Hello, and welcome to Go Biking. A couple of weeks ago, I was invited out to Coed-y-Brenin by Pedal MTB to take part in a Level 2 mountain bike leadership course. This is a 2-day training course accredited by British Cycling, aimed at giving people the skills and experience they need to start taking out guided groups mountain biking. In this video, I'm going to share my experience of the course, what we got up to, what I enjoyed, and also just a little bit more information about the course to hopefully help you decide whether this might be the right course for you. So I'm going to start off by handing over to Al, who's going to tell you a little bit more about Pedal MTB and the course they run.
Okay, so I'm Al, I'm a business partner with Ed, and 4 years ago we formed Pedal Mountain Biking, specialising in leadership training, guide training and coaching as well. Fortunate enough to work throughout the world, in Nepal and in Kenya, Greece, and obviously a lot over in the UK as well. I'm really passionate about riding. My happy place is on the bike, and I just want to share that with other people. That led me into doing a fair bit of mountain biking. Ended up finding out about the award with the old Scottish system. Qualified in that as a tutor, just because I wanted to share my passion. And the idea is really just to give people an introductory level, so they can share their enjoyment, their fun, their learning with other people out on the trail. And we get a whole range, so we get teachers, people who want to do it full-time as a business, family members really who just want to be a little bit more comfortable taking their friends and family out. So the whole range of people actually. There's something for everybody. So for the really good riders, we've got something where we can just give you a bit more leadership experience and understand map work. For those who've got a leadership background, we can sort of upskill you in terms of transferring those skills into the mountain bike arena, make sure you're comfortable and confident on the bike, and understand how to manage flow. It encompasses a lot of people. It's a really accessible course.
Thanks, Al. As he mentioned, this course is aimed at a real variety of people, and that was the case on this course. You know, I met a group of really lovely people, all coming at this from different perspectives. You know, some looking to start businesses and make this a really professional thing. Some were looking to help out with kind of kids clubs and stuff like that, and some more like me, who were just looking to up their skills and become more confident on the trail. So we've heard a bit about what the course is all about, but what can you expect to do when you're on this course? So day one is a predominantly classroom-based day, so be prepared to learn a lot because they really cram in the information. You're covering a really wide variety of topics, everything from what makes a good leader to carrying out dynamic risk assessments and everything in between. There were two topics for me that really stood out. The first of which was the trailside repairs. In this session, we were given hands-on teaching on the classic issues that pop up on the trail. Everything from just how to change a puncture really quickly, to how to make your bike a fixed gear bike if you've messed up your mech, and a few other things like indexing gears. And for me, this was a really good topic because if you watch this channel, you know that I usually ride with Pete, and Pete is fantastic with the DIY stuff, but for me, it's a real weak point. So it was great to take ownership of those trailside repairs and give me the confidence to, you know, start tinkering with my bike a little bit more and be prepared on the trail then when things do go wrong, that I know that I can sort my own bike out. So yeah, that was a really good session. So the second session that I got a lot out of was the map navigation session. And this takes up quite a chunk of the course because for the level 2 assessment, you're expected to be able to guide a group of mountain bikers using a compass and map without using any kind of GPS technology. And that might sound a little bit scary to you, and to be honest, it did to me too. But we went really into depth with it, got loads of really good advice. So actually by the end of the course, it was something I was starting to feel a lot more comfortable with. It's still something I need to do quite a lot of work on, but it was really good to get those skills. So after quite a long day in the classroom, it was great then to be able to go out for a bit of a ride in the afternoon. And the focus of this ride was mainly about observing good practice in mountain bike leadership. So Al, our guide, kind of showed us around as if he was guiding a group. He showed us a variety of warm-up games that would help you gauge the ability of the riders you were working with, and how confident they are on the bike. He also showed us different ways of kind of guiding people up climbs and making it more interesting, different leadership styles in how far you let people go and how much control you take, things like that. And that was really interesting to watch because it just showed how flexible and adaptable a guide needed to be depending on the type of group they had. So yeah, that was really interesting. The other thing that we focused on a lot during this ride was making sure trails were within remit. And this word remit pops up a lot during the course. And essentially, it's just a set of rules that stipulate where you can and can't take a group. So it's rules like the trail can't have drops that can't be rolled down. You have to be able to ride the trail at walking speed, and you can't be further than 30 minutes walk from a road. And those rules sound quite restrictive. And to be fair, they are. But they're restrictive for a reason, because they help keep you and your group safe, and also keep you covered so that you know if you've kept within that remit and someone has an accident on that trail, you know that British Cycling have said he's within his remit, he's covered. And that's oversimplifying it, but it's there for a reason. And I think the remit speaks to who this course is aimed at as well. You know, you don't have to be an amazing rider to do this course. Yes, you need to be comfortable and confident on your bike, but you're not going to be expected to send it down massive drops or just ride incredibly steep techie stuff at an amazing pace. You know, that's just not what is expected of you on this course. It's more about giving you leadership and the tools you need to be able to guide people safely. So it's perfect for people who are like instructors that want to add mountain biking to their repertoire of things they can guide on. But if you know you're an instructor and you're not an amazing mountain biker, that doesn't matter. So that's really good. However, you might be thinking, actually, that remit is too restrictive for my needs. In that case, the level 2 course is a really good stepping stone to progression. So after the level 2, you can progress to a level 3, which essentially allows you to take a group anywhere within reason. But during the level 2, you've got to make sure you stick within this remit of rules. So day 2 is a big day in the saddle, and it is all about putting into practice those things that we learned about in the classroom, the theory of kind of doing dynamic risk assessments and making sure that your trail's within remit. So what happens is essentially we go out as a big group and we take it in turns to be the guide for the day. One of the things that I really enjoyed about the course was how it encouraged you to get away from the trail centres, off the beaten track and into the wild. You know, it was about relying on your map and your compass and, you know, going out to places that you wouldn't normally go out and see. And that was amazing because we just got to see some truly beautiful places on this ride. It was quite epic. So having a go at leading the group was a real challenge, and it made me appreciate just how much there is to think about as a mountain bike leader. You know, you're weighing up the risks of the trail, but also trying to ensure that the group are having a good time and that the flow of the journey is there, while in the back of your mind you're looking at your map and thinking, I hope I'm going the right way. So yeah, there is so much to think about when you're doing this. And yeah, it was definitely a challenge, but I got so much out of it. So after an amazing day's riding, having learned so much and challenged myself in a variety of ways, we got back and then we were given personalized action plans. And these were to highlight some key things to work on before coming back for assessment at a later date. So for me, it showed that I needed to work on my wild riding and upping my confidence with map work and navigation. So that's something I need to go and work on now before coming back and doing my assessment. So I had an absolutely amazing time on this course. I challenged myself in so many ways. I learned loads of new things, and I picked up skills that even if I don't go out and start leading mountain bike groups, I'm going to be using every time I go out for a ride. So a huge thank you to Pedal MTB for having me along. If this course sounds like something you'd like to do, there's a link in the description box below where you can go to their website and check out more information there. If you've enjoyed this video, please do click like and subscribe, become part of the community. It would be great to have you here. And equally, if you've got any ideas of things you'd like to see us do in the future, please do drop a comment below. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. See you next time.